Right, so here we are. Is that going up easily?
It is.
Well, no rude jokes, this is for the kids, okay? No smut.
I was going to make an immature joke that if you're in an educational setting would get a severe telling off. Worse.
Leave that to me. Right, we're here. I think I'm in shot. Oh, lie down, there we go. Oh. Whoa, I tell you what, why did I pick this bit? Rocks, it's rock hard. Right, we're here at Kaeng Krachan. Welcome to all you. There's the lovely Mr. Woods over there, getting on very well with his tent. I haven't started mine yet, which is normal. And Dr. Marsh over there, he's going to sling that. He thinks he's going to sleep in his hammock again. The last time he did, he was up for an hour and then there's a bump and he fell down. So hopefully he's trying right. What kind of knots are you using there, Dr. Marsh?
I'm not, I'm using a carabiner and an instant strap.
Carabiner knot. I thought he was going to teach us all how to do half hitches and whatever the other ones are. I can't remember the rest from my days in the Navy. All right, Mr. Woods, I've got to look after this camera and the vlogging. So if you do my tent, be very helpful.
Now?
No, no, we'll see if I can manage. Right, hold on. Check that you haven't got any big stones. More importantly, check that there aren't any ant hills or ant trails. There's a trail of an ant hill over there. That's a big stone. That could, not only would it be uncomfortable, it could burst the expensive sleeping mat. Right. I assume you've checked the stones under yours. Are all the stones on my ground the ones that were on your ground? Is that why they're here?
Yeah, I just kicked them over.
Right. Oh, here we go.
At almost 3,000 square kilometres, Kaeng Krachan is Thailand's biggest national park. It's mainly in Phetchaburi province. Kaeng Krachan campsite is the most accessible of the three campsites, although it's still pretty rudimentary. There's no phone signal or internet access, but it's less than an hour's drive from the park headquarters situated by the dam or the lake, which is where I managed to get these fantastic shots of a rare-pied kingfisher. Look at it, looks like a jet plane. It's also the only kingfisher that hovers above its prey before diving and striking, and what a great fisherman it is. Anyway, let's get back to the campsite.
Oh, massive. Have you given it a good blow? Right, there we go, what's this? Let's see Mr. Woods. What's he doing? You see, Mr. Woods, what he does every time is, he always sets his guide ropes up like that. Every time I go camping, so that when I get up in the middle of the night for the toilet, invariably I can kick and fall over his guide rope. But then the funny thing is, of course, it wakes him up. Are you going to leave that up for me to trip over?
For bear
A bear trap.
Yeah.
I'm going to set a little ding-a-ling-a-ling bell next to it. What team's that, Mr. Wood?
North
Africa. Northern Ireland. There we go. They're doing well in the Euros, aren't they? What's Dan doing?
Hello.
Hey, is this what are we doing? Do you want a guide rope across, Dan, to hang it over? Or are you just going to tie it around like that?
I'll tie it for now and see how it hangs. It's quite tight.
Because if it rains, then the guide rope would help. But if it doesn't matter, does it? We're doing a 2/3 back and a 1/3 front.
1 to 3.
1 to 3.
Because it hasn't got ties at a third of the way along. It needs a tie just here. And I'll do 1/4, 3/4.
Yeah, that'll be enough for a little roof on it, just to and pull that out the front. There we go. Awesome. So that's our top of our sitting for our sitting area. That's where Dr. Marsh thinks he's going to be sleeping tonight. What's that?
Always take some spare guy rope and something to cut it with.
There you go.
You're always needing stuff to be cut.
Yeah. I'll let him cut his. I've got some smaller rope if you want. You know that you can cut. That looks like it's better rope. Okay. Right. So this is our top. Can't say it again. This is our top. I should get some more. I'm pretty dehydrated. This is our tarp that we'll set up so that we can just sit under here and sing songs and play the banjo and cry and all that, whatever. And then come by car, my lord, come by taxi. Right, there you go. Mr. Woods he's in. That's him for the night. You'll not see him again. It's about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Especially if there's a scorpion on Dan's foot. Famously just doesn't come out. Lets everybody else deal with it.
Not in the slightest.
I'm never going to live that down, am I?
It astonished me for so many reasons. Number one, you know, I thought you were interested in wildlife. Number two, you know, it was a potential life-threatening situation there, and you just sat there looking out. You didn't even come over and take pictographs. I am dehydrated.
I was just so knackered. I don't know.
We'd had a busy day, like, but
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
There's no real
it's
excuse
alright.
for that behaviour, so
Must be because you're like the oldest of the three of us, isn't it?
I'm
Good,
disappointed
yeah.
in myself. That's all I can say.
No.
Disappointed in you as well. I can hear
Whoa! Oh man, go on, get rid of it.
I'll get rid of it.
Yeah, we'll go full length.
To get rid of them because
It's
it's well and truly.
well and truly
hammered in.
buried. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to get the
I
tent
think
off.
I did this one and then gave up because they're so difficult.
If it starts raining and Dan has to pitch a tent in the middle of the night, he's going to really struggle. Well, hopefully the ground will soften up.
the mallet. Yeah, took the mallet.
Oh, I've lost it. Hold on. I'll get them on it. Hold on, where is it? There it is. Right.
There's plenty of bird life and wildlife in and around the campsite, but we were eager to set off up the road and see what else we could find. We were hoping to see some crab-eating mongooses that somebody had mentioned were hanging around near the streams. Although we weren't lucky enough to find any, we did receive a warm welcome from a host of winged beauties. We decided to leave those beautiful butterflies with the Laotian wolf snake that Mike managed to see but couldn't catch, and we pushed on further up the streams. Few jungle sounds, or as iconic as the beautiful, mournful wailing of gibbons, but they're usually heard a lot more often than they're seen. Fortunately, as I was faffing around trying to get video footage, Dan did manage to get a couple of shots of these beautiful mammals. As the afternoon drew on and the shadows grew longer, we headed back past the camp towards the watering hole. And about 3 kilometres from the camp, we were in for a real treat. This is a rare Jordan's baza. There are only 3 pairs known to be spread across Thailand at the moment right now. This pair had decided to make their nest high in a tall tree about 100 metres from the road across a deep ravine. Every 20 minutes one of the parents would bring back a caterpillar or a lizard or even a snake for the 3 chicks to tear apart in the nest. Amazing. Look at that crest. Beautiful. We headed back to camp, had a quick bite to eat, and we were ready to go out into the night to look for the night creatures. There's plenty around the campsite itself, but we wanted to explore much further afield up the river for something a lot bigger than spiders and bugs. And what a fantastic night it was. Camping anywhere is always fun. Might be windy, might be rainy, might be freezing cold, might be boiling hot, might be dangerous, but it's always amazing. But there's something extra special about camping in the jungle, and that's the beautiful combination of the silence of the jungle and all the noise of the insects, birds and mammals, especially in the morning when everything is waking up. Listen to these beautiful sounds of a morning in Kaeng Krachan. Absolutely fantastic.
This hornbill making a funny cronk, cronk, cronk. Oh, there's occasionally somewhere over there. Oh, look at this, the hornbills. I imagine the hornbills. That's one there. Yeah. Wow, look at that.
Of course, another wonderful camping sound is the sound of the reassuring crackling campfire. We didn't have one, we couldn't have one at the campsite, and we didn't really need one. But in its place, we had the lovely, reassuring sounds of the coffee pot brewing in the morning, and the fantastic conversations around it.
All right, Woody. I think there's an element of me not being particularly savvy of this kind of thing, which is probably holding back my hundreds of big viewership.
After a kind of difficult year, it was great to be out there in nature, not just for the wildlife and the adventure, but for the friendship and the laughter.
After I moved it to Wales.
Oh, I see, yeah. In the we had whitewater rafting in the Himalayas after a school trip, so it was a big trek, 7 days. And then we had 3 days on rafts, which got us back to near where we started. And we camped and back to the river. And and they warned us of the scorpions, so be careful. And we found one in the sand in the night, we went to sleep. The following morning, one of the girls, we just got back in the boat and were heading off down the river. And they'd got maybe as far as the edge of the camp, that sign over there, so maybe 100 metres from the beach. And then she saw one of these girls jump up and start shrieking, beating herself with that. Morning coffee. I'll fill it for you, mate, so you pour it all over your foot again. Turkish style.
That'll do, that'll do. Lovely, thank you. So burn my mouth again.
Highlight one of those ones you get in the market.
Turkish.
What? No. Very loud.
You don't, the gibbons don't run along bamboo.
Could be. Whoa! Hey, thank you. Yeah, come behind the camera. Thanks.
Sorry.
If you ever find yourself lost in the jungle, it's a good idea to try to get as close as you can to a water source and stay near it. Not only will this give you more chance of survival for water and food, but it also gives you a better chance of following it and finding some kind of civilization. And as well as ensuring that we wouldn't get lost, for us, following this small stream would mean a greater opportunity to see wildlife on what really was an unmarked trail.
Nothing yet, but we're hoping to see some crab-eating mongooses. We've seen some footprints and plenty of crab holes. Of course, it's the heat of the day now, so they might not be out. We'll catch them later. Anything, Dan?
A wallow of some sort. You see some vague footmarks. Could be pigs digging, but it's not dried out, so it's fairly fresh.
Quite a big footprint, that one though.
There's more around the corner of the stump as well. Definitely some kind of mark there. Pad, toe. Not very clear.
Dinosaur, I think, is it?
Could be tapirs. A tapir's wallow?
Yeah, they would do, I imagine.
Nocturnal. They do say they're up this sort of way.
But they're ungulates, aren't they? Their feet would be similar to...
They've got toes.
Rather than hooves, haven't they? But I imagine they'd be quite big.
Thick in this part, mind. Pretty difficult on either side. Not somewhere I'd want to be when it starts getting dark, to be honest. But there'll be gibbons up there. A bit thick now. I think we've lost the trail. I've definitely lost the other two. Faffing around near the stream back there. See what he's doing. Some bushwhacking stuff. What you found? No, I have no idea what you're saying.
Zoom in on the waterfall. Start your video zoomed in on the waterfall. Then pull back and lift up on mic.
Okay, I'll do that. Right.
In the way of bird life or wildlife, or if there was, it certainly wasn't making itself visible. But it was fun just to head on up there, next to the stream, keep leaving the stream at certain points when it was impossible, and forging a trail where nobody ever goes, perhaps never has done, or at least certainly not for a long, long time. Although, as Mike so witty pointed out, someone had left a camera there.
But yeah, like, as much as he's Harry Potter, he's actually a very good actor. It's a very, very good film. He'll just forever be remembered as Harry Potter.
Let's have a look.
His face was always like this. Beautiful mark. He's got veins like a leaf.
He's not vain.
He's very relaxed.
Lovely. I wondered what was wrong with his front from over there. I couldn't quite tell, but that's your ring.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful marking of that.
Yeah. What kind is he?
Frog. Jumpy frog.
Is he poisonous?
No,
Lick it.
Lick it.
it won't be licking my fingertips.
See if it turns into a prince or princess.
That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Good, because there are poisonous frogs that the redneck keelback eats. Which is where it gets its
Poison.
black and white, yellow and orange body.
Flame back. Got a shot. Ask me how I feel if I go on a photography trip and I don't get many decent shots. And firstly I say, well, I'd rather have one fantastic shot than 1,000 decent ones. But most importantly, I think, it's not just about the photographs. In fact, the photographs are just a bonus, and getting a great shot is always wonderful, but it's not what it's all about. Just being out there in nature, being out there in the fresh air, and all the smells, the sounds of the running water. It's absolutely priceless. And being able to enjoy all that with good friends, well, that makes it even better, no matter how we go. Do you need a poo? Are you going for poo in that tube?
It's like a diddy man, that. Nice, got long legs again. Just take the foliage around your face for anything that's going to take your face off as well. Don't step down next to it without looking first.
He's just going to go down if he spots a couple. He's planning straight down. I think it's the ripple from the stone you threw on the other side 5 minutes ago. Yeah, and it looks right back at
Check
you.
underneath it, but watch where you're putting your feet, right around the base.
And your hands, watch when you put your hands over the edge.
Is it clean?
We didn't have any luck finding king cobras, hopefully next time, and we decided to push on down the road, and there was still plenty to see. And then, as we rounded a corner, we came face to face with this amazing creature. But as incredible as that once-in-a-lifetime experience was, there was an even bigger surprise still in store for us.
He's coming, man. He's coming from the direction. Yeah, go back a bit. You can see that kind of manifest up there, Mike. You can see it. If you've got eyes on it, good. I cannot.
Until you truly experience it, it's hard to imagine or describe the feeling of encountering these majestic mammals in the wild. But as awesome as it was, and as lucky as we were, we must never forget how endangered these and other creatures are, and how crucial it is that we do all we can to protect them and their dwindling habitats.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, mister.